Aloha, this is my end of the semester project for Pamela DeGrosse's anthropology course. My name is Robyn and I did my service learning project with the Hawaii Spinner Dolphin Project. These guys have come about because of a recent dolphin debate that has come up. And the dolphin debate is this. If dolphins are supposed to be resting during the day and then hunting and feeding at night, what are the long-term consequences of more and more people beginning to swim with dolphins during the day? So the often heard analogy is that you have a party that is raging in your house every night. And night after night, you are kept awake, and sometimes you even join in on that party. By day, what is that going to do to you? Is it going to make your work suffer? Is it going to make your health suffer after you've had weeks and weeks of sleep deprivation? So these are the questions that the Hawaii Spinner Dolphin Project are basically going to be studying on a long-term basis. On a more immediate basis, what the Hawaii Spinner Dolphin Project is doing is they are taking fin IDs of the dolphins along the west coast of the Big Island. So they are spending time photographing different dolphins in different bays, and they are hoping to create a database of fins that will then allow them to understand how big the spinner dolphin population is on the west coast of the Big Island, and where people, or not where people, but where the dolphins are living. My role out on the research vessel with the group was to also be paying attention to dolphin activity. So this is a picture of a dolphin doing a back slap. And my job was to be out there with a clipboard, and during half-hour intervals, we were recording all the activity that we were seeing the dolphins doing on the surface. Have you ever wondered why spinners spin, why spinner dolphins spin? Well, that's a big part of this project as well, is trying to begin to crack the code on what sort of communication spinning represents in the dolphin population. Right now, researchers believe that spinning in the dolphin population is similar to our shouting. So we might shout because we're excited, we might shout because we're angry, we might shout because we're trying to scare someone away, and they believe that the spinner dolphins do this activity for the same reason. They might be shouting they might be spinning as a form of communication. They may be spinning in order to get remoras off of their bodies, and they may be spinning when they are upset because humans have gotten too close to them, or when they're really excited that humans are swimming with them. So lots of big questions. In the immediate, like I mentioned, the Spinner Dolphin Project is just gathering a database of fins, fin pictures. However, long-term goals is that they will actually be spending time in the bays that the dolphins spend time in here along the west coast of the Big Island. And they'll be shutting down portions of the bay for certain amounts of time. The hope is to glean from that whether or not dolphins enjoy human activity and will seek out human activity even if they have a portion of the bay that they can retire to away from humans, or if they will spend more time in those sections of the bays that don't have any humans in them. One of the most interesting things that I experienced during my service learning was attempting to relate it to anthropology. And the biggest thing that came up for me was how non-ethnocentric my research comrades were. So you have this huge debate, and researchers are really on one side of the debate, and dolphin swimmers are really on the other side of the debate. And it was interesting to spend time with researchers that might be a little bit frustrated by the fact that people are continuing to swim with dolphins during the day, even though it may be detrimental to their feeding and their survival, their avoidance of predators at night. But how unwilling to comment on that in a negative way the researchers were. So the researchers the researchers that I was spending time with were completely open to the idea that maybe dolphins do enjoy enjoy human activity, and maybe it's not as detrimental as they're assuming it to be. The dolphin researchers also were open to the fact that dolphin swimmers are not evil people, but that they love the dolphins just as much as the researchers do. They just choose to show it in a different way by spending time with the dolphins. This made me kind of this made me think about the parallels between this overall experience and the book that we're currently reading, Spirit Catches You. Just like Leah's parents had one way of showing their love and helping Leah survive and doing what they thought was best for her, the American doctors had a very different way of doing the same thing. And in this situation, dolphin swimmers enjoy their time with the dolphins, believe wholeheartedly that the dolphins are getting just as much out of human interaction that they are getting out of their dolphin interactions, whereas dolphin researchers are convinced that it is more important to interact with the dolphins in a hands-off way and support their survival in different ways. So lots of parallels between the dolphin research and a few of the concepts that we went over in anthropology. For anyone that's interested in a more in-depth look at what I've spent some time doing this semester, please refer to my blog on our site. Knock Yourself Out. There's lots more information there. Thanks so much for tuning in. Aloha.